Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Today I'll be doing my reaction, my takeaways from that Reggae Boyz win over Honduras. Now, it's been quite some time that we came here and we celebrated a victory. Refreshing, like the orange juice that I'm drinking this morning. It's a little bit different because usually it's disappointment. Usually it's calling for the coach's head for the most part. But today we're a little bit calmer because Theodore Whitmore got a result in Honduras. He got 3 points in Honduras, as a matter of fact, and that is what matters most. But before I go any further, let me say thank you to my sponsors. Thank you to the loyal subscribers to Halftime TV as well. The sponsors, Quick Link Shipping, RS Sports Store, and CSA Shop. They've been with us since day one, and we look forward to a wonderful partnership going forward as well. Okay, but let's get to it. For the next 8 or 9 minutes or so, I'll be going through the game, breaking it down, the different segments, and giving you guys my take on the game as a whole. I think the Reggae Boyz, they were okay on the day. The results were more flattering than anything else. We got 1 goal, and then in the second half we came out and opted to defend it. Mind you, we don't have the most convincing defensive record, and I think that was, in my opinion, a blunder by the coach. I think we sat back and we soaked up the pressure brought forward by the Honduras team. At the end of the day, we didn't pay for it, and I said it before. I said it in the previous video when I spoke about what game was it? Don't even remember. But in one of the previous reactions that I did, I alluded to the game against Canada. Yep, Theodore Whitmore put in Javon Watson to play in the back in the defense line after he was on a yellow card. But instances like these, because we don't pay for them during the game, it will seem as if they were okay. But nonetheless, he's the coach. As I said, I am just merely an analyst giving my take and giving my opinion on the decisions that were made during the game. Now, I'll go through my takeaways from the game. If you agree, you can let me know. If you disagree, please let me know in the comment section as well. We, as always, welcome the comments in the comment section. Let's keep the comments coming in. And as soon as you hop onto this video as well, hit the like button. The more likes this video has, the wider the reach. It helps significantly with the algorithm. And surprisingly enough, 70% of the persons who watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel. So come on, folks. It doesn't take much, really. Good morning, each and every one of your runners. Jay Matheson, good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you've had your omelets or your plantain, your fried plantain, proper breakfast, eh? But let's get to it. All right, so first takeaway, Damian Lowe, a liability. In my opinion, he was one of the worst players on the pitch last night. I think he hasn't kicked on from his Gold Cup performances. If we remember correctly, he was a part of the team of the tournament for the Gold Cup. But since the World Cup qualifiers started, we have been left wanting with the performances that Damian Lowe has been giving in. And this is not me criticizing his game. He's just going through a bad run of form. We know his quality. We know what he brings to the table. We know he's one of the most experienced players in this Reggae Boyz setup. And it's simply saying we expect a little bit more from Damian Lowe. And I think even building on this defensive, we've had back-to-back clean sheets for the first time in World Cup qualifiers, right? Building on that, we can even take away from it that Damian Lowe hasn't had his best games, yet we're able to keep back-to-back clean sheets. Well, one of the games he didn't play, but still, we're able to keep back-to-back clean sheets. Okay, so imagine if Damian Lowe were at his best. So again, room for improvement. I think his concentration has been lacking. His judgment has been very poor as well, especially in the game last night. And he needs to work on that, because if we are to go all the way, no, we're third from bottom now, right? Because El Salvador, they lost, and as such, we leapfrogged El Salvador as well. So now we are above Honduras and El Salvador. We're moving up. We're moving up. So it's a change in fortunes for the Reggae Boyz. At least that's what we hope. All right. Moving on. Andre Blake, the key player in our defensive prowess. Now we'll talk about the defense unit, but oftentimes we don't talk about Welcome, Moon. Good morning. Good morning, Moon. We talk about the players, the defenders, and those sort of individuals, but we seldom talk about the goalkeeper. And I said this in my previous video that if we are to go anywhere, if we are to stand any chance whatsoever, we need to ensure that Andre Blake is fit. He is the best goalkeeper in MLS, and he is arguably the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF. And the Reggae Boyz are lucky that he is their captain and he is their leader. He has been leading from the back, and some people say, well, how do you lead from the back? Do a little bit of reading. Apparently, Wolves, they lead from the back as well. Okay, so you have some who lead from the front, you have some in the middle to ensure that no one gets left by the wayside or the pace is maintained, and then you have some who lead from the back, ensuring that everyone is in tune. All right, so Andre Blake, if we are to push forward, we need to ensure that he's fit. Last night we realized that he was limping at one point, he wasn't taking the goal kicks and all of those things. Let's hope he's fit come the next time around, and that fitness is maintained throughout the tenure of the rest of the campaign, because if not, then we will be in deep trouble. I think it's a significant gap between our first choice and our second choice keeper. No disrespect to Dylan Barnes or Jaden White, but it's merely a fact. All right, so Andre Blake, the main man again. I think especially in that first half, he kept us going, and in the second half, when Honduras mounted their bit of pressure, that spell of 10 to 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes thereabout, where the Reggae Boyz opted to give Honduras all the ball and decided to give them shooting practice. I think Andre Blake was magnificent, and he kept us in it. He kept us in it till the end. So hats off to Andre Blake, one of the key players in our our campaign for Qatar 2022. And I think, again, he was magnificent. There is seldom a time that I come on here and speak that and don't mention Andre Blake. And although it says a lot about our defenders, it also says a lot about Andre Blake as a goalkeeper as well. Okay, so moving on, not staying too long, not dwelling too long on any other pointers. Whitmore makes history, first ever win in Honduras. Now, in making that history as well, he's equaled the amount of wins by the winningest Reggae Boyz manager in Rennie Simons. And we think, well, Rennie Simons, yes, Rennie Simons, the most loved and appreciated manager, because he took us to the World Cup. Good morning, Morrison, good morning. Because he took us to the World Cup, so he will always be a cult hero among Jamaicans and among football fans of Jamaica, because Rennie Simons was the one who got us to the World Cup. Now, Theodore Whitmore has 55 wins as Reggae Boyz manager. We can't remember the last time we came on and said Theodore Whitmore is 1 win away. It's been quite some time, because it was actually in the Gold Cup. In the Gold Cup, we came on and Theodore Whitmore was 1 win away, and we were raving because he was going to be the winningest Reggae Boyz manager, and although everyone hates him and all of that. But again, let me throw the question out there. Why is it, although Theodore Whitmore has won the same amount of games as Rennie Simons, the affection that we show to Rennie Simons? And I don't want you folks to mention only the World Cup qualification that Rennie Simons got us. Why is it that Theodore Whitmore doesn't get the same energy and appreciation that we guys give to Rennie Simons? Let me know what you guys think. What's your view on that? All right. Not dwelling again. Or formation tweak paid off. Now, last night while doing the watch along, one of the hosts, halftime boss, he asked what I thought of the formation, and I spoke at length about it. I think that formation that Theodore Whitmore did, that he put out last night, it worked. It worked for the team. It worked for the players at his disposal. And again, having O'Neal Fisher, someone who likes going forward, someone who stays forward more than actually defending, and having Taxi on the other side is very good for that formation, because these guys are willing to go forward. O'Neal Fisher, kind of like Marcos Alonso at Chelsea, as Javar said last night, very bad defensively. I wouldn't even say very bad, but he's unsound defensively. But going forward, he's very good in the attacking third. So 3-4-3 may very well be the way going forward. But now the question becomes, is Javon Watson a mainstay in the back three? Because he plays, all right, regardless of what we see or what we think he plays. Whether he's playing in the back three or in the midfield, Theodore Whitmore went with Speedy Williams and Anthony Grant in the middle of the park last night, and again, it worked out. So why would you fix something that's not broken? And so far, Javon Watson has been his go-to guy in most of the games that I've been seeing. All right, since Javon Watson has returned to Reggae Boyz duty, he has been Theodore Whitmore's go-to guy. So 3-4-3 works out. 3-4-3 works out for Theodore Whitmore, and I think he will stick to that. All right, who was in the back three? It was Mariappa, Lowe, and Javon Watson. All right, yes, moving on. Last but not least, folks, my man of the match was Kemar ROOFE. Yes, raise the roof for Kemar ROOFE, as my colleague Simon loves to say. I think Kemar ROOFE was fantastic, playing kind of like a quarterback in the first half in the number 10 role. I saw him threading diagonals with both feet on both sides of the pitch, getting the ball on the ground, getting passes through, using that little bit of vision to try and get Shamar Nicholson in. Whether Shamar Nicholson is the player to be playing in that position going forward, I'm still on the fence with that one, because I still think Andre Gray deserves a little bit more game time. But nonetheless, I think Kemar ROOFE was fantastic on the night. He got his goal, deservedly so. He's been one of our more positive players for the past two games. And in the last game, folks were questioning him as a footballer, questioning his capabilities and all of that. I think what Theodore Whitmore did, he's gradually getting the English-based players to gel in with the team, getting them game time with his trusted lieutenants. And we'll see more and more English players coming in, so a proper balance can be struck sooner rather than later. But I think this is the way forward. This is the way forward, giving each of them an opportunity to showcase themselves rather than throwing all of them out there at once. That what we did against Panama was a complete no-no, and as such, we paid the price for that. So again, coaching is a learning experience, just like life, just like anything in this life. It's a learning experience. You take it a day at a time, and as you go by, you ensure that you learn from your mistakes, and that's what Theodore Whitmore appears to be doing. Whether the Tapa Out fans will be as vocal today, I don't think so. After all, he got us the points we needed. He may have very well saved his job for now, but we are happy that the Reggae Boyz are moving up the points table. We're on 5 points so far. 5 points, not far from the top. Not far from the top. I think Mexico is on the top, but we are on 5 points, and we're looking up now. We're looking up. We're not at the base of the table anymore, which is good. And we go away from this international break, taking the positives over the negatives, because we lost one, we drew one, and we won one. Better results, especially in comparison to the first time around. But I won't stay too long, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, like, share, subscribe. If you're new to Halftime TV, and remember, hit the like button as well, folks. Come on, hit the like button. So much of you guys on here, hit the like button. Let's get those likes up, and I'll be paying attention to the comment section. So let me know what your views are, what are your takeaways from this one. Kemar ROOFE, man of the match for me, as I mentioned earlier. Lowe, a liability, one of my takeaways. Andre Blake, key to us moving forward. Theodore Whitmore makes history. Now the winningest Reggae Boyz manager equal with Rennie Simos, and the formation paid off. All right, now again, Noranda Brown here saying until next time, peace out, bye bye. Have a good one, folks. I hope each and every one of you have a productive day.